Hey, welcome. Monday night tutorial here, and we're going to be doing some do's and don'ts. My name is Elisa with Graceful Beauty, and I'm excited to share some awesome tips with you to empower you, make it stronger and easier for you to just get your own makeup skills a little stronger and have a little bit more fun with it instead of just looking at everyone and going, oh yeah, that looks pretty, but I wish I could do it. Well, let me teach you. So I'm going to be teaching about a whole bunch of different things tonight. As you can see, I already have primer and foundation done, so I'm looking pretty pale because just foundation on its own is just, yeah, it takes away all the natural highlights and shadows of your face, so you need to add some of that on. Okay, so welcome. If you're on, say hello and tell me where you're watching from. And so I'm going to be doing tonight do's and don'ts. So I'm basically going to cut my face in half, not literally, and I'm going to be showing you how to not do makeup, how common mistakes that a lot of people make on one side of your face, and then on the other side I'm going to be doing it the correct way, the best way to actually apply the makeup. Okay, and so hi Anna, welcome. I'm glad you could join us tonight. So yeah, pop on and chat with me. If you have any questions as we go, just pop them down and I'll answer as we go. So I'm going to be doing a don't of brows and a do of brows, a don't of bronzing and do of bronzing, don't highlight, yes highlight, don't blush, yes blush, don't eyeshadows, oh some very common mistakes, and then liner, mascara, and lips. Okay, those are the things we're going to cover it all. So if you come in at some point or if you have to leave, no problems. So we're going to go straight to it. We're going to get right into doing some brows, some don't, okay? So remember, this side of my face is some don'ts. So if you have struggled with any one of these things, or if you know someone who struggles with one of those particular items, or if you go, you know what, I love doing one particular, I always do, you know, lips, or I always do mascara, and really inside it's because you're afraid or you don't know how to do other items, this is a tutorial for you. This is the one you want to be posting your friends and telling, come watch, learn, see how to make your lives a little easier in the comfort of your own home without having to, maybe having your own embarrassment of asking how. Just watch and learn. So here we go. I am going to be using these awesome products right now. So first thing mistake people do with their brows. This is the don't side. The first mistake they do is they just take what they have and they fill it in. There's no thought to creating a shape. There's no thought to how it should go with the frame of their face. So I'm literally just going to do a don't brow right now. I'm going to take what I have, which as you can see isn't much, okay, and I'm literally just going to fill in exactly what I see and nothing more. And that would be definitely mistake number one. So this is basically what I see. I see it like thick here, but it goes to a point, and then and that's about all I've got. Right? And then they think, okay, well that's what I've got, and to make it better, we need to make it really dark. Okay, so here we go. Now let's take that with our brush. And they think, okay, I got what I brought, and now let's make it. Hey, Susan, welcome. Come on. Hey, Rachel, guys, welcome. I'm doing a do versus don't, and right now, this side of my face will be the don't. So people too often just take what they've got and then emphasize what they've got, but with no thought to the shape. As you can see, it's a really weird, like, fish brow going on here. A very strange one, okay? I'm literally just taking what I see and then emphasizing it. Okay, now let's do the good side. Let's do a side where we actually have the proper brow. Although I put my brow, there it is. Okay, my brow pencil again. I want to think about the shape. What do I want to accomplish? How do I want to do my brow? Well, first thing is first, nobody's brows go to a point, a thin point, okay? All of your brows should be, if you're going to get thick, they need to be all thick, all the way. There needs to be a thickness here, and the thin part should be at the end. There should be no point thinness. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is some people try and go straight, like incredible point up, point down. Even if you have a point, it should be a slight rounded point, okay? It doesn't have to be completely curved, but your point should be a little rounded, okay? And then you want to think about your angle of your face. I have a very thin face and a very kind of narrow face. And so I like to kind of bring out the length of my face, almost play with trying to make it longer. So first of all, I'm going to make that width, okay? So I'm going to start wherever I have brows, I'm going to start them there, and then I'm going to fill in what I don't have to get that thickness. Because as you can see, I just go to a point, but we don't want a point. We want to make it a little bit thicker, okay? And then we follow a line. Even if you have a pointed top, your bottom should be rounded. I'm going to say that again. Even if you have a pointed top, your bottom should be rounded, because your bottom is the one that is closest to your eye, and your eye is always curved. And so you want to be following that natural curve on the bottom, okay? So that is number one, a good eye, okay? And then you're going to thin out. How far? I've talked about this in my brow tutorial before, but your point, or the highest point of your arc, should be nose, corner, middle of eye, up. There's your highest point, okay? So let's even check, just check over here. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little off, but it's not too bad. And then as far as how far down, same thing, corner of your nose, corner of your eye, and out, and that's where you want to stop. How did I do over here? Oh, I'm way off, right? I should have gone much longer. Okay, so that's where you want to end, because I've got no brows over there, so I need to extend them. But I don't want them super dark, because I'm fairly fair myself. And then here, I need to extend up. Remember, the thickness needs to continue all the way to that highest point. And that's when you want to start thinning it out. You basically just kind of, personally for me, I like to play with having a bit of a point. But like I said, even if you have a point, it needs to be a little bit more of a rounded point, okay? Sometimes you do it a little bit sharper, but generally you want it to be a little bit more rounded, okay? Because again, you're just playing with the natural curvature of your face. So as you can see, already a huge difference. Now I will darken this one a little bit because I like to play with the shadows. So I'll use my shadow palette, and here we go. I'm just going to take, okay, so over here in my shadow palette, I used only the dark one over here because a lot of people like to just go boom, dark brow. It's too much. I prefer, because right now my hair is fairly fair colored, to use the lighter one, and then just slightly use a little bit of the lighter. So I'm going to, oh, wrong side. No problem. Here we go. I'm going to use it mostly in the middle to kind of fill in, because I don't want it to go too dark. I want it to be kind of resembling whatever natural color of my own hair is. That's kind of its general rule. I'm just filling it and softening it in. Now, if I want to add a little bit of darkness, hi Millie, hi everyone, say pop on, say how you doing. Okay, and use a little bit of the dark to kind of, again, play with shadow. I'm going to kind of extra outline the bottom. Okay, it's the bottom part. That's where your natural shadow falls anyways. So if you make it a little bit darker on the bottom, it's just kind of help you have a look more natural eye. And I just kind of blend it out. I blend it a little bit up and I blend it in. Now I'm not putting any of that darker in the center, so that I get this nice natural fade effect of lighter to darker. So there you go. There's a do and don't of eyebrows. Now, I'm not going to do any highlighting with this right now. You could do proper, and now you know. Well, there you go. That's why I love doing these videos, Millie, because so many people, you know, they don't know, or they're afraid to try because they don't know, or they've tried once before and it looked horrible and they looked like a clown, and people, you know, it can be embarrassing to not understand, and people aren't taught nowadays. There is no class to teach us in school, and to be very honest, most of our moms, God love my mom, did not do the greatest job. 80s makeup, Okay, so next we're going to move on is to bronzing, okay? So this one's going to be a pretty fast. Hi girls, welcome. Come on, say hi. And we're going to do some bronzing, some very common no bronze, okay? So I've got my bronzer here, and I've got my bronzer brush. And first off, a lot of people do is they make it really, really thick, and then they're going to put it on the cheekbone. No, don't do this. This is the no. They put it right on the cheekbone, and then they don't really blend it. Okay? Boom. This is so common, and it is a big no. When you're using bronzer, you want to start light. Everything should start light and blend. The number one key word you need to remember for this whole video is blend, 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 blend. What did I say? Blend. Okay, so first of all, bronzer should be under the cheekbone because it's a little darker and you want to be emphasizing the natural shadows. Okay, so it might look like this, but then even if you're not sure if you have too much on your brush, take your little charcoal brush cleaner and then blend. And how do you want to blend? In circles and more down, because then you're going to be emphasizing that jaw line and you're playing with the natural shadows of your face. So boom, or this. Nice natural shadows. And then just make sure it gets blended into the hairline. You don't want any strange line stopping there. Into the hairline, just kind of bringing it up and down like that. If you want to take a little bit more for the contouring, know what your face shape is. If you want to know more about contouring, you got to see my other contouring video. So right now, I already know the contours of my face for my face shape. There are about, 6, 8 different face shapes, big generalized. So I'm just going to do that over there. Okay, so there you can see just some natural shadowing, just playing with the bronzer underneath the jawline opposed to on the jawline. It's too dark. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean that off for a second. And now I'm going to go to highlighting. This is so much fun. I just got my brand new stick highlighter. I'm actually really, really loving it. This is a cream to powder, which means it's creamy. It's creamy. Kind of goes on creamy, but then it dries on your skin to a powder. So awesome. So this is the lightest color of, 5 colors we have. I also have a powder one, but I'm playing with this one. So this is iridescent. And okay, I'm going to do the don't first. A don't would be to just do, especially with a stick, go in the center, no, and then go line, and I'm done. Wow, look at my beautiful highlighting. Ooh, no. And then sometimes what they do is go a line, just to really make it gross, right? Okay, so what do you want to do? Well, first of all, what is the word? What do you all know? What's the one word I told you all to remember? I'm not going to say it. Let's see how many people remember. Post it down below. First of all, you don't want to start in the center. You want to start kind of at the end of your eye. Wherever your eye enters, go down, and that's where you want to start. On top of the jaw, your jawline. What am I calling here? Your jawline. Ilona, well done. Good job, Ilona. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, so start there on top and draw a little bit. Now, you've got a line and you're like, oh my gosh, Elisa, it doesn't look much better. What's the word? Blend. Take your finger. This is the cream to powder one, so you're going to want to blend this. If you've got powder, then you don't really need to blend it so much because you'll be using a brush. Okay, so this one, just very, very lightly, like that. Okay, into place. I'm not pulling the skin. It's very soft, and you get this in. Well done, Millie. Good job. Blend. Okay, and then you just get this natural highlight effect. Again, you got the contour underneath, the shadows are going down, you've got the highlight on top, the sun or whatever light hits it, and you get this beautiful natural, sun-kissed dewy glow. Okay, now as far as on the top, again, just put a tiny bit there if you want to, and again, just lightly blend. On the nose, same thing. Okay, again, highlighter is used whatever is forward on your face. So I would never put highlighter back here because that's very dark. That's very backwards on my face. So put it on my nose, but then what do I have to do? What's our word? Word of the day is starts with a B, and I go back and forth only on the top. Why not on the sides? That's where it goes down. That's the shadows. That's where if I wanted to take some contouring, some bronzer, I could put it on the shadows of my nose, okay? So a little bit there, blended it in, still looks natural without it being like, why does she have white all over her face, okay? So there you go. Highlighter, don't do. Next, what's next up? Blush. Oh, blush. Oh my goodness. You are talking to a girl who resisted blush for I don't even know how many years. I got blushed out. My mom, God bless her, she's wonderful, but she just didn't get taught very good. So first of all, your blush, you don't need to be scared of dark blushes. I've been scared of blush, period, for like, I want to say like 25 years of my life. I am way older than that. Because I always had blush done to me. First of all, most of the blush brushes are thin, right? And hard. And they take it and they go strip and done. Don't do that. What you want to do is have a soft blush brush, because what's our word of the day? Who else is watching? Starts with a B. B is for ba-ba-ba. Our word of the day is, post it down below. Who else has got it? You're going to take it. I'm going to do the wrong side first. First of all, in the 80s and 90s, it was put a lot on. They would smile, put it on the cheekbone, and then just draw a line straight out. And then they would pile it on in this crazy line. I don't know how many pictures I have from when I was a child and I looked like this. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I've learned something. So, if you're using any kind of powder with a brush, tap, tap. Get the excess off. Smile. Find your ball of your cheek. Start there and then angle up. Blend in a circle. And it's a soft blush. Because really, what is blush? It's meant to entail when you are blushing. You said what? We don't go crazy red stripe faced. We don't do that. We do a soft, nice, little bit light of a blush. So let me just recap for you. You've got your three colors. You've got your bronzer under. You've got your highlighter on top. And you've got your blush on. Do you need to do all three of these? No, goodness. But I'm teaching you, if you wanted to do all three of these, or one or the other at different times for a special date or during the day, this is how it should look for a more natural look. So, blush don't, blush do. Clean off that little brush with my little charcoal sponge here. Love this, baby. Okay, what else are we going to go to? We are going to go to the shadows. Are you ready? Eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using my pressed palettes today, and I'm going to do, oh my goodness, we're going to have some fun with the don'ts. Are you ready for this? Okay, so first off, we are going to do the don't. And there are so many don'ts you could do. So many don'ts. Hey, Sarah, welcome. So many don'ts. So I'm just going to go with some of the most common don'ts. So first off, I'm going to start with this light color. This one is called Timid, okay, a light color. And the first don't is people just kind of jab it, first of all over. And then they go all the way up, all the way, oh my goodness, to the brow bone. Now, first of all, I actually had to put a lot on to even get that color because I have no primer on my eye. What did I say? No primer? Ugh. You have to start with primer, people. You have to start with primer. Primer, primer. And next to primer, blend. Okay, so first don't is don't jab the color on, and then don't take it all the way to the brow. No, 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 no. I'm going to do the good side. I'm going to stay in the same color, and I'm only going to swipe. Always start small. You can always add more, people. You can always add more. I'm going to start small, and I'm going to keep it only on my actual eyelid. Now, if you have mono eyelid, obviously it's going to work a little differently for you, but same rule basically applies. Keep it smaller and then build up. If you need to go up, I have hooded eyes, so it's going to be a little different. I can bring it up a little bit just onto the brow bone, but definitely not reaching the eyebrow. Blend, 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 Susan. Good job. You are remembering. Okay, so next. So already you can see a big difference here. Oh, I'm looking like a clown over here. My 5-year-old self is so proud of this side right now. Ah. My not so 5-year-old self is liking this side better. Okay, at this side, now we're going to do the dark. Oh, Lord. Are you ready for this? Okay. we're going to take Fervent, one of my absolute favorite colors right now, and we're going to, what is the number one problem people do with dark colors? Well, first of all, if you have a crease, they put it in the crease. And did you see how much I put on? These particular colors have primer infused into them, so you don't need much. But they put it in the crease, and what do? They might blend a little bit, and they take it all the way to the nose. Oh, God help them. And they just keep it in the crease. Oh, now, if they actually decide to blend a little, what do? They blend it only up. Only up. And how far up? All the way to the brow. Right? Look at that. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. And take it all the way to the corner. That's looking gorgeous. Yeah? No. First of all, let's take off some of that because we do not need all that shadow. Goodness, no. Here we go. Taking a little bit. I'm taking an angled shadow brush because I like to get into the corner, into the crease a little bit. Okay, so in the crease, yes. All the way over, no. You want to go to about almost. Think of like where your white of your eyeball stops. Do you see that? I don't go all the way to the center, but kind of like almost center. You want to go and blend it over. Put the dark here. Put it there. Blend it over. Blend, 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 blend. Blend it over, blend it over, blend it over, blend it over. And if you think, oh my goodness, I don't have time for that, well, you know what? Then you don't have time for shadow. Because shadow is all about blending. Do you see what I'm doing right now? I'm doing tiny little circles. I'm keeping it mostly in the corner. I'm blending in tiny circles upward because I don't want it on the lower part right now. And because I have a hooded eye, which means a very deep set eye. And when I open my eye like this, you basically like don't see my eyelid at all. Then I need to go up a little bit. But am I going all the way to the top? No. So blend. Yeah, Rachel, blend. How did you know? You're so smart. Blend, blend, blend. And I'm literally I keep blending. Here's the trick. If you want color in a new place, a different place, blend it there. If you want color darker, add more. Don't just go, I want it up here and then add more. No. Add color where you want it the darkest, which is usually at the corner or right in the crease, and then blend it to wherever else you want it to be. And that is, my friends, how you get this beautiful shading effect, all basically with one color. It's still darker in here because that's where I put it. And then I take that and I blend it out. Thank you, Millie. I'm blushing. The good blush, not the bad blush. Okay, so blending it. There we go. Look at that. And if you want to make it darker, well, then just add a little bit more. We're not done. We're not done. The next thing, we're going to take another color. I want to take one of my newest fun colors. Yeah, I want to take a little shimmer. And here we go. Get a new brush, nice clean one here. I'm going to take Gentle, gorgeous kind of rosy gold. You can't fully see the color on here right now, but trust me here, it's a rosy gold shimmer. And we're going, okay, bad would be going just, again, all over the place, which isn't necessarily bad. You can put it all over the place, but for people who already have a really dark here, it's going to be kind of gross. And then what do? They're like, oh, I want to add some highlight. Don't put metallic for a highlight. Don't put metallic for a highlight. Look at that. It's like way too much. Metallic is basically like highlighter. It's going to be like in your face, which is great for the eye, but way too much for the brow bone. Okay, so take your metallic, and I'm going to take it here. Here. I'm going to use it to pop my eye open, not like literally pop my eye out. I'm going to put it in the corner. Okay, that's where I want the most. I'm going to take off a little bit of it on my sponge, and I'm just going to blend it up just a little bit like this. Just kind of out all over. There we go. And it pops the eye open from the center, so it's not super dark. And it's not just like this, oh my goodness, I'm like on fire with metallic over here. Okay, you can already see it's just such a prettier shape that's going on over here. There's no thought to shape on this side. Okay, so that's a really simple shadow look, okay? A very simple shadow look. I could totally add more and go to it, but I want to keep it really simple right now. As you can see, even with simple, you can be kind of gross. So now I want to go to liner. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Some very simple things, but let's do the nose of the liner. Nose of the liner. Did you know with liner you can blend? What the what? Yes, you can blend. But I'm not going to do a whole lot of blending. Blending liner is a lot of fun, and blending it on the bottom is really fun. You blend it actually with best when you have an angled shadow brush, a really thin one, and you can blend it with a little shadow. But that's for another day. So here we go. Problem number one people do is make the bottom way too thick. Maybe some of their problem is that they're not even starting out very thick, but they have a bad pencil, and so they smudges. Oh, I'm not even doing a great job here. It smudges, and it goes all over the place, and that ends up being super thick. Whatever it is, whether you put it on super thick or it smudges super thick, thick is bad for the bottom. Also, almost never, unless it's a very specific look, do you want to take your liner all the way to the center. No, 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 no. Okay, you never want to take it all the way to the center. What you want to do is take that underliner, make it thin, right on that shadow, right on the lash line. Okay, and you want to go about, I want to say 2/3. I like to cut my eye, not literally, there are no knives, into 2/3. Okay, 2/3. As you see, if you're going to cut into eye, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I've done it thin. I stopped there, I faded out, and like that. And if I wanted to, I could just take it like this and even make it thinner, just like that. Okay, it's just an extra lining of the eye, but then without going, oh my gosh. Okay, now, next problem people do. Let's do liquid eyeliner, shall we? I lost you for a second. Welcome back, Alona. No problem. That's what Reach plays for. I'm gonna use our dip and draw for my liquid eyeliner. This should be fun. Are you ready? Let's do a bad liquid eyeliner. There's so many bad ones. Which one should I pick? One of the worst is, again, going all the way to the center. There's a very specific look for that. Most of you probably doing it. Making it super thick, and then look at your eyelid. Look at your eyeball. And look at everybody's eyeball just for a second. Do you see how it curves? And then it goes, you know, like it curves and it goes to a point. So many people do the wrong thing and they put the liner and they follow the bottom curve and they go down. No! Ivana, I know. Why did I say Alona? You know what? I used to work with a lady from Germany and her name was Alona. I'm so sorry, Ivana. Anyways, they follow it and they go down or they go straight out. The problem is when you smile or when you actually open your eyes, all that actually goes up a little bit. And so it looks really strange. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Here's the bad way. Bad eye. So here we go. Liquid eyeliner. I love this dip and draw, but this is the bad way. And they take it all the way to the center, making it super thick. Again, everything should be thin to thick, thick to thin, basically, or it should have a thick and thin end. Your eyeliner should never be the same thickness as it is here and here. This should be thinner, and then it goes to the thicker. It should never be the same thickness. Okay, now, a lot of people either go down or go straight out. I don't know. Let's just pick one for a second. I'm going to pick straight out. Okay? A lot of people go straight out. Do you see that? It's just going straight out. What are we, Cleopatra? Let's try and do this in a good way. First of all, start with the thick. Liquid eyeliner is a little bit more tricky, but do it in small segments and that will help you. Don't try and do the whole thing in one go. If you try and use a brush that's really, really super thin so you have extra precision, Okay, so if you want to go to the center like I just did, it's still really thin without being overly thick. Okay, so now you can go down and then stop. That one eye is scary, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, now stop. Stop. What do we want to do? You actually want to follow your bottom curvature line. It's going up, and so should you, towards the end of your brow line. Follow this line, and that is where your top wing should be. So here we go. Ready? I put a little bit more on it, and I'm going to follow it up. And you might feel strange when you first look at it going on. But then when you smile, when you open your eye, it's not actually going up. It's because that's not how your eyes look. Look, it looks like it's going up. But then when I look, it's not going up. It's just following that natural curve. Now, if you want it thicker, what you do is you take from the top part, not the end, but like the top line, and then you just bring it over. You connect it. And you make this top line kind of more flat. And it connects. I made a little boo-boo there, but there you go. Okay? And that's just for a little bit bolder wing. So there you go. So you take that bottom and you go up. And so it might look strange when you just close your eye. You're like, wow, it's going straight up. But then when you look straight ahead, it's not going up. It's just more of an angle. Because that's what happens when your eyes look. See? Wow. Way too much. Don't go all the way to the center. Don't have all the same thickness. And don't go straight out. Thin, out, and then up. Liner. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, are you ready for this? Let's do some crazy lips, shall we? I had some lip balm on earlier, so there's a little bit of pinkness there. So I'm going to show you two different things. We're actually going to cut the lips in half here. I've got my liner.